Okay, Now we can continue. Damn it. I don't understand why OBS suddenly changed the default mic. Most likely so that it can work with the game. Regardless, greetings and salutations everybody, and welcome back to Invisible Let's Play the Project. I'm your host Invisible from Invisible's Gaming Channel, sucking at your hearts from the dark side of the moon. And this will be the first ever stream of Let's Play Project Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood. Previously, in the number 0, we learned about the World of Darkness from a beautiful channel named Scientia Antiquorum, and I discovered by mere chance that actually Scientia Antiquorum is very much limited in its own knowledge about the World of Darkness and only cares about the main topics of the Camarilla, the Sabbat, and the World of Darkness as a whole. Then where exactly did I get this playlist from? Turns out I accidentally discovered the user Fatrick Bateman. Fatrick Bateman is a user who has lots of playlists for stuff he enjoys. One of them turns out to be the World of Darkness. There's also extra history and other playlists. However, this playlist is the one that we require, and inside of it, this user collected a number of videos from Scientia Antiquorum, from the Gentleman Gamer, from World of Darkness, from Primogen, and lastly from Kalin Has. So thank you very much. I give you full credit for this beautiful little playlist, Fatrick Bateman. Today we shall start our video, or the Let's Play, via first and foremost enlightening you about another tribe. Before we start, thanks very much for McGowan for this list of explaining the tribes of the werewolf, the apocalypse tabletop game. We should obviously start first with the Black Furies, then the Bone Knowers, then the Children of Gaia, and then the Fianna. But honestly, I don't really care. Be right back.
Land of song, said the warrior bard, though all the world betrays thee, one sword at least thy rights shall guard, one faithful harp shall praise thee.
Skelteren. Now.
So, seeing as how the previous episode covered my least favorite tribe in the Children of Gaia, it's only fitting that I now cover my favorite tribe, the Fianna. So, I better address why they're my favorite. Well, in case this handsome selfie doesn't give it away, I got Irish blood in me. Sure, I was born a proud American and will die a proud American, but I also take my Irish heritage very seriously. Edingebrak. That also includes my Celtic ancestry, which the majority of Irish people are descended from. So really, it's no surprise that this is gonna be my favorite tribe. This episode just gives me an excuse to gush over my heritage. Also yes, expect jokes centered around alcoholism.
Is that it, Father? Are you seeing things as they really are at last?
Oh my God!
That's it, all right. I suppose sobriety for Father Jack must be sort of like taking some mad hallucinogenic.
Okay, before we start, first and foremost, I paused the video because too much background white noise. Also, I decided that it's much easier to show than tell. But before we do so, I'd rather do this properly. No bloody idea why the hell suddenly OBS has to make sure that the default the default properties are the same things. This has never happened before. Whatever. Before we start anything else, I'd like to pray peace be upon all of my subscribers and commentators, followers, fans, and friends, everyone from the beasts of the Altered Empire and everyone from the Discord server, 3 YouTube friends by name. And sorry if I'm speaking weirdly because I bit my inner cheek twice and it's bad. Peace be upon Thunderstruck Gaming, BH09 Gaming, Lux Bear, Markhoss, Crash 31, Mark IC 2211, Rogue Agent Carodan, Cryfield, ZPTV 123, Matthew 1121, Tangata Crawl 85, Arforel, Masterpan Gaming, and Double Express. Today, before we start officially with the game, we will first take a look at Brett McGowan's explaining the Fianna. Of course, we will be visiting the other tribes one by one, but later on. But because at the moment, our most important one is the Fianna, then we will be jumping to the playlist of Fatrick Bateman in order to see the Pentrix guide that their take on the Fianna as well, and then we will launch officially the game. Why? Because we need some more context. That's why. Okay, now, without further ado, let's get going back to the explaining the Fianna video.
In the ancient days, there was a werewolf that found himself separated from his pack. He howled out into the night, hoping someone would hear. But all there was him, a gibbous moon, and his bittersweet song of despair and
Sorry.
loneliness. Or so he thought. Someone did hear his song. A woman came upon him. Her heart had been frozen, but the wolf's song had melted the ice and brought tears to her eyes. Where her tears fell, a blue sky flower grew. She joined his song with her own, longing for the fierce beauty of this wolf, sorrow for his mortality, and joy for the promise in his voice and spirit. She then took wolf form and the two ran off into the night. When the dawn came, the werewolf found himself alone again. The woman was gone. 9 years passed before the werewolf would behold her again, but this time she came back with something. Twin children. A girl with strong elfin features like her mother, and a boy with the feral visage of his father. The woman was Danu, mother of the Tuatha De Danann. She had come to bring the boy to his father, while she would take the girl Fiona to her home of Tir na Nog, the land where death has no reach. The boy would be the first of the Fianna songkeepers. That is the legend of how the Fianna began. Now, if there was a tribe that actually opposed the Impergium, it was the Fianna. The way they saw it, it was their duty to shepherd humanity. Now, sometimes that meant on occasion having to call the weak and more uppity ones, but they also bred with the best of humans. When humans discovered smithing, a division formed within the Fianna. Some feared what the humans would later learn to forge as it would strengthen them, but others saw value in it and allowed it so long as they only made weapons for the Fianna. In fact, Fianna used humans to do their dirty work. They would arm one of their kinfolk with a weapon and sing tales of his ancestors' deeds, stirring them into a frenzy and sicking them at a rival clan. Impergium by proxy, if you will. Of course, it also got their egos a bit inflated. In the War of Rage, the Fianna took part in basically what amounted to, well, let's not beat around the bush, ethnic cleansing against the other Fera tribes. All except one, the Koraks, the Were-Ravens. The Fianna lands were sheltered to the Koraks, and they haven't forgotten that kindness to this day. Now, even though I've been referring to the tribe as the Fianna, they didn't always call themselves that. Actually, throughout their early history, the tribe didn't even have a name. They were more a loose collection of clans that identified more strongly with their local kinfolk than the tribe as a whole. They were once all over Europe, the Balkans, Gaul, and of course the British Isles. It was in the British Isles, mainly what would become Ireland, that the Fianna as we know them came to be. The Fianna had already settled the land long before the Celts invaded, but when the Celts did arrive, the Fianna found in them worthy kinfolk, and so they decided they would breed with them. In Ireland, they would also forge bonds with the Tuatha De Danann and founded the sites of the Tri-Spiral in Silver Tara, which they still hold to this day. However, the Fianna were soon beset by a new enemy, seaborne monsters that reeked of worm taint, the Fomorians. These deformed and misshapen creatures run like any enemy they had faced. They demanded every village's third child, or they would strip the land of its fertility. The Fianna beseeched the Tuatha De Danann to intervene, but they could not, for the Fomorians matched the Tuatha De Danann in power as they were the men of Domnu, the dark sister of Danu. Instead, the Tuatha De Danann bade the Fianna fight with them, calling upon their ancient blood ties. The Fianna weren't about to let worm-tainted monsters run roughshod throughout their lands, so to war against the Fomorians they marched. The war was long and bloody, and many Fianna died. At the Battle of Plain of Towers, the Fianna and Tuatha De Danann finally claimed victory over the Fomorians. They fled to the west, never to return to Ireland again. The site of their victory would be consecrated as the Cairn of Red Plain, as a tribute to the blood their brothers shed on that great day. The Tuatha De Danann would later depart for Tir na Nog, never to return, but left behind their descendants, the Fae, who would also become kin to the Fianna. But the Fianna weren't done fighting just yet. The worm's taint still remained in the land, corrupting everything it touched. It even could make the bodies of dead Fomorians rise up and walk. It was from this that the enemy known as the Fomori was born, the worm's shock troopers. Flesh corrupted by the taint of the worm. The Fianna were weakened from their last war, but they managed to win. They would drive back these defiled foes and burn their bodies. Across the British Isles, they claimed victory. Throughout Europe, the Fianna would clash with the Black Furies in the south and get a Fenris in the north. But a new enemy would change everything, an enemy the size of which they had never met. Roma! The Fianna had caught wind of the worm taint infesting the city and did their best to cleanse it, but their greatest opposition would not come from wormbanes, humans, or even the vampires that had dug themselves deep into the heart of Rome. No, it would be fellow Garou, more specifically the Warders of Men, the tribe that would become the Glasswalkers. The Warders had claimed the citizens of Rome as kinfolk, and thus the worm taint was theirs to deal with. But as far as the Fianna saw it, they were just in their way. Things would only get worse with a series of defeats for the Celts at the hands of the Romans, followed by Julius Caesar seizing control of the Roman government and transforming it into the Roman Empire. Fianna, Geta, Fenris, Silverfang all tried to wage war against Rome, and each of them failed. Only the White Howlers in Scotland were able to hold back the Roman advance, but the Fianna refused to roll over and accept defeat. An exiled Fianna prince from Gaul named Sivontrix would journey to Ireland with his kinsmen and demand that the rest of the Fianna acknowledge him as High King. This claim would be challenged by Ardred Elim of the Red Claws, and the two dueled. In the end, Aline would be victorious, and Sivon-Trix's men would bend the knee to him and acknowledge him as High King. Under Aline, the Fianna would be a united front against all who opposed them, whether they be Fenrir, Silverfang, or Rome. The children of Stag would never lose their land to invaders. Over in Scotland, though, things would take a dark turn. The White Howlers would vanish from the face of the earth, replaced by the worm-tainted Black Spiral Dancers. While it pained them to slay former kinsmen, the Fianna marched into Scotland to take it back from the Worm, and were successful in their endeavors, making the whole of the British Isles their lands. The Fianna cursed themselves for allowing this to happen because the Corax warned them of it and they paid no heed. As Rome grew larger and more bloated, eventually too large to manage, and with resources spread too thin, it would find itself vulnerable to attacks from the Saxons, Picts, and Celts, aided by their werewolf brethren in Roman Britain. Fighting got so bad that Gower from House Conquering Claw of the Silverfang stepped in to put everyone in their place, and effectively wrested control of Britain from the Fianna. Wasn't long before the Roman Empire completely collapsed in on itself, making Britain ripe for the taking for the Fianna, but they had to contend with the Fenrir and their Saxon kinfolk. It got even harder with raids from Scandinavian Fenrir and their Viking kinfolk, so try as they did to bring Britain back to its Celtic roots, the Fianna would lose it. The Angles, Saxons, and Utes would claim it and transform it into England, with Scotland and Wales to fall soon after, but the Fianna kept Ireland. In the wake of Rome's collapse came the rise of Christianity throughout Europe. Missionaries would go far and wide to convert pagans. The Fianna would find themselves on good terms with the Christians of the British Isles, as they preserved their myths and traditions, even if they were somewhat sanitized. They appreciated the gesture of reverence nonetheless. It's thanks to those Christians that tales like Finn McCool are still told to this day. Later on, England would be conquered again, but this time by the Normans. By the time of Henry II, England was setting its sights on Ireland, but so were the Silverfangs as well. The Fianna wanted to keep their lands in Cairns, and as much as they hated it, they saw the Normans as the lesser of two evils. At least under the Normans, they would keep their Cairns. But as time moved on, the Fae's power would begin to fade from the world. The exact reasons are unknown. The Christianization of the land, a war between Fae houses, massive death from war, famine, and plague, the rise of science and reason, or perhaps a combination of all of them. But what is known is that when the Fae nobility fled this world, they left something behind, their subjects. These Fae refugees would become the Changelings. They would find refuge in the halls of the Fianna, but they would also make war with one another. To curb this, the Fianna laid down the law by forcing the Changelings to abide by the oaths the Fianna's ancestors had sworn to the Tuatha De Danann, and brought a measure of peace into the Changeling community. But things would take a dark turn for the Fianna. This would be the beginning of their fall, and it all started with one man. A man whose name is cursed throughout history, and rightly so. That man was Oliver Cromwell. Cromwell had seized control of the English government after conspiring in a coup against King Charles I. And being a Protestant, Cromwell instituted brutal, tyrannical, anti-Catholic policies throughout Britain, and no one felt it harder than the Catholic Irish. Cromwell troops would seize land and raze entire towns and villages to the ground even after they had surrendered. Two of the most notorious examples were the towns of Drogheda and Wexford, which were slaughtered to the man, woman, and child. Fianna would rise up against Cromwell troops, but in the end it was fruitless as Cromwell managed to put down all resistance in Ireland and annexed it into the Commonwealth of England. Now, while this was the start of the Fianna's fall, they did enjoy a few good times still. One such time was when they seized England back from the Silverfangs. The ruling Fang house at that time was House Wintersnow. The king demanded an army of Fianna and Fenrir at his back to deal with Black Spiral Dancers up in Scotland, and he was prepared to use an ancient Fang artifact to get them to lockstep. The Fianna wisely decided to let the king think he agreed, but in reality, he had laid a trap for him. The Fianna and Fenrir took heavy casualties, but it was worth it. They had ended the Fang's rule and England belonged to the Fianna again. But things would again turn bad. England under George I would put an end to Scottish and Irish independence and incorporate them into the United Kingdom of Great Britain. Rapid industrialization would ruin the land and kill local wildlife, and the potato famine would devastate the Irish people. A fungal blight spread throughout Ireland's potato crops and in some cases destroyed entire fields overnight. The Fianna did their best to heal the land, but it was useless. In the end, millions of Irish people were forced to leave their home to Canada and America to find a new life, the Fianna very much included. As they began to settle the American West, the Fianna, along with other European tribes, would come into conflict with the Yucatina and Wendigo, the native tribes. War, starvation, disease had killed off many of their kinfolk and placed them at the mercy of the European tribes. The Fianna were one of several that took advantage of that weakness and set about conquering the land. As far as they saw it, the natives rolled over and accepted defeat, while their brothers back in Ireland wouldn't even give up their cairns to the Silverfangs. But if there's one thing they're ashamed of, it's their culpability in the death of the Bunyip, werewolves from Australia and one of the Lost Tribes. Now, while this later turned out to be a setup by Black Spiral dancers, the Fianna still feel guilt for having taken part in it all the same. During World War I, Fianna would fight tooth and claw to defend cairns near trenches throughout Europe, and even took part in daring raids on Black Spiral dancer hives. While they put up a good fight, the results were ultimately inconclusive as to who the victor was. When World War II came, the Fianna once again leapt into battle against the dancers and won most of their battles. They also managed to make it through the war with pretty much all of their cairns intact, but they paid a hefty price for it all the same. And even after the war ended, they still got more of a Pyrrhic victory because more land throughout the British Isles would continue to be developed, and that's to say nothing of the Troubles. Yeah, in Northern Ireland, there were Fianna that got in bed with both the IRA and the UDF, despite many of the tribal elders protesting such. But luckily, most of the tribe had the good sense to stay out of it and shield their kinfolk. Today, the Fianna are not in a good place. Ireland has been so radically changed by rapid industrialization thanks to EU money that the Weavers managed to spin its webs across the country. And to make matters worse, the Black Spiral dancers are coming back to Scotland, but the Fianna will make their stand regardless. The Fianna are one of the tribes that have kept to their old ways. Sure, they've made a few changes and updates here and there, but overall, their traditions are more or less the same as they were 1,000 years ago. The tribal totem of the Fianna is Stag, an ancient totem that can assume 3 forms. The White Hart, which is passion and romance, the Horned One, the masculine power of nature, and Kurnanos, the god of the forest and master of the wild hunt. In all forms, Stag demands respect be paid to him. Now, something I want you to take notice of is that Stag has 3 forms. 3. Things coming in threes comes up a lot in the Fianna. The tribe is organized into 3 different classes. Warriors, which are made up of Arun and Ragabash, Bards, which are made up of Galliards and Ragabash, and Druids, which are made up of Philodox, Theurges, Ragabash, and Galliards. Fianna sets are led by a Reek, basically the Celtic word for king. The Reek is advised by a council of song which is made up of Theurges and Galliards. The Reeks are able to rule their septs as they see fit, but will acknowledge stronger sept leaders as their betters. The greatest of Reeks is the Ardrig, or High King, though this title doesn't carry much weight outside of Ireland. Another important part of Fianna culture is fostering. A younger Fiann will be placed in the care of an older Fiann, usually a blood relative, with it being the elder's task to mentor the younger one in the ways of the tribe and Gauru society. The Fianna are big believers in kith and kin. They value family highly and also believe that it's their duty to straighten out family that go astray, like the Black Spiral dancers. Fianna guard their families because it reminds them of what they have to fight for. Their families give them something to come home to and someone to be there when they need to be patched up for the next battle. They don't just guard their human kinfolk, wolf kin as well. Fianna tend to get involved with preserving wolf populations and have managed to find some success in the Scottish Highlands. Also, did I mention that the Fianna are kin to the Fae? Because the Fianna are kin to the Fae. The Fianna are some of the more extroverted of the Gauru and are hopeless romantics to boot. They make great artists and craftsmen, but they can be slaves to their passions. And when I say slaves to their passions, I mean it's why they have more metas than they'd like to deal with. Fianna can also be a bit too obsessed with aesthetics to the point that they view deformity as a sign of spiritual corruption, and it's not just limited to metas. Fianna that are scarred beyond a Gauru's ability to heal can find themselves shunned as well. Now, given that the Fianna have kept to the old ways, they also still celebrate the old Celtic seasonal festivals, in bulk to celebrate the end of winter and beginning of spring, and by extension, life beginning anew. Beltane, the changing of spring to summer. You likely know it as May Day, a time where challenges are made and Fianna go wild. Lianasa, the end of summer and the beginning of autumn, a time of preparation for winter and one last party to offset winter's sorrows. And finally Samhain, where autumn becomes winter and the barrier between the physical world and spirit world thins. It's a time of introspection as well as battle as warm banes come through, but a Fianna will never pass up a good fight. By the way, you likely know Samhain as Halloween. Most of the Fianna are Hamid, but they're pretty diverse in that they come from different places. You can find Fianna Gauru and kinfolk in America, Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. And of course, the British Isles are dominated by the Fianna. England, Scotland, Wales, and the homeland itself, Ireland. Fianna lupus are guarded and protected like treasure. Arguably, they value kin more than the Hamid do, and lupus will sometimes remind their Hamid kin not to get too wrapped up in human matters and set their priorities straight. Fianna metas are like your semi-retarded cousin thrice removed. Technically part of the family, but if an accident were suddenly to befall him and he perished, nobody's gonna really miss him, and no chance in hell he gets the traditional Irish wake. If there's one thing uniting all Fianna, it's that wherever they come from, Celtic blood flows in their veins.
You don't have to be hard-asses, do you?
Yeah, it's St. Paddy's Day. Everyone's Irish tonight.
Alright, so let's start up by agreeing to avoid the drunken Irishman stereotype.
Drink!
It's not drink, Father, it's just fizzy water.
Jacob's Creek Chardonnay 1991!
Funny as that could be, let's at least try to show that we're taking this seriously. Fianna hold the 3 values: hospitality,
Bye-bye, come on, all you time-wasting bastards, back on the streets, come on, bye.
generosity,
250 gets you this much. You can have the rest when you come back with the other 50p. Thank you.
and bravery.
We're not quitters.
I am a quizzer. I come from a long line of quizzers. It's amazing I'm here at all.
Of course, it's also worth mentioning that where a Fianna grows up is largely going to influence how they behave. For example, a Scottish Fianna
Here in Scotland, we get any fist fights without fighting people.
is likely going to be a bit more on the rowdy side. The way I imagine is that a Fianna will probably come from a very traditional background, maybe a community that keeps to itself but without coming off like he's a country bumpkin. The Fianna aren't Amish, they don't shun technology if it's useful. And now for fictional characters, I would suggest for inspiration as well. We'll start with Connor and Murphy McManus from the Boondock Saints, probably 2 of the most famous Irish characters in pop culture. Bit cartoonish at times, but they're fun characters nonetheless.
You think the men that built all this had it easy? Hard men. Doing hard shit, and that gives me a hard on. But not in a gateway or anything.
No, of course not.
Yeah, it goes without saying.
Next up, Mickey O'Neill from Snatch. This guy will give you a good idea of how a Fianna lives. He sticks close to his family that lives in an Irish traveler's caravan. Good inspiration for a Fianna community.
Sorry, Mickey. Just give us our money back and you can keep your caravan.
Why the fuck do I want a caravan? It's got no fucking wheels.
You're set us and fight.
My dead body anyway. Go on.
Man,
Have you fight for me?
now, we won't.
No, what happens when you fight?
You need to sit down. Give us it, yeah?
fuck's sake.
Here's one that's a bit more obscure. Slain McGrath from the 2080 comic named, well, Slaying. He's a Celtic warrior whose journeys take him to some pretty weird and bizarre locations with bizarre characters to boot. There's some pretty good story ideas in this comic book. Next up, Cuchulainn, and now we're going to be digging into mythology. This is a guy who was a great warrior in his day and also came with an ability known as the Riastrad, which was basically a berserker rage. His type of character is right at home as a Fianna Arún, and my favorite figure from Celtic mythology, Finn McCool, the leader of the mythological Fianna, and yes, that's exactly where the Garu Fianna get their name from. In fact, Finn is actually name-checked as being Fianna kinfolk and one of their greatest no less, but the story is still told about him can give you good ideas for a Fianna leader. If one word can sum up who the Fianna are, it would be traditionalist. Some might wonder if being Celtic means anything in these modern days, but there's a reason the Fianna have kept these traditions alive. For the Fianna, being Celtic isn't just putting on kilts and blue war paint. There's something spiritual that binds them together. Something that makes this tribe more than just a collection of werewolves with similar philosophies and outlooks on life. Many of the tribes are built around ideas and philosophies, but the Fianna are more than ideas. They're a family. For them, being Celtic isn't just an idea, it's an identity, and one that belongs to them. It's why they're so tight-knit as a group, why they guard their kin to their dying breaths. Not just anyone can be Fianna. Being Fianna is in the spirit and the blood. That's why they sing their songs, that's why they tell their tales, and it's why the Fianna still keep to the old ways. And it's why they will always keep to the old ways.
Okay, thank you very much, Brett McGowan, for the lesson about the Fianna from Werewolf Let, the Apocalypse. Now, I'm going straight to the video named Painting's Guide about the Fianna. This one is 11 minutes only this time. So, I am more than sure you are asking me, Invisible. The stream is named Let's Play. Where the hell is the game? And I tell you, we will reach it. We will reach it once we finish off this video first. because we now saw the tribe from the eye of its fans. Now let's see it from the eyes of its enemies. This will be given to us by the Gentleman Gamer. Again, more credits to be added. Hold it. So, the Gentleman Gamer. For God's sake, this mouse. More credits to be credited. If you are sick of watching these kind of lore explaining videos, all you have to do is really simple. Just wait until I'm finished offline, or keep watching, ignore everything you're watching, and then once we reach the part where the game actually starts, I already, by the way, have it here, right here. Werewolf the Apocalypse, Earthblood. I already have it right here, the XE. We will press it once we finish this video first, because I wish to know what does Pentax think about our own side. And believe it or not, I'm surprised of how much background white noise happened while I muted my own microphone. It's freaky. The amount of times I would have announced that the stream is a failure is unbelievable. Roll the video. We shall study the other tribes later, but not at the moment. And also I shall add the gentleman guides to the credits section in the description in time.
Sit down. Allow me to tell you of something that drives me near to frenzy. Cultural baggage. The Fianna are stereotypes of cultural baggage. You know, one of my fellow directors recently risen to the post, Andre Baptiste. He complains sometimes that the reason he is prone to losing his temper is because of his fiery Latino blood. I looked at him closely. I watched the veins crawling around inside his body. And I said, "Are you sure about that, Andre?" He backed off. I do recommend you meet Mr. Baptiste if you get a chance. He's a very interesting fellow. But my point, I have drank a lot of blood in my last few hundred years, and not once have I tasted fire, not once have I tasted war, peace, love, good humour, fear, anything of the like. Blood is blood. And the Fianna go around saying, "I'm Celtic." As if that means anything in this modern society in which we live. Yet they believe it does. Cultural heritage is nothing but a weaver-made bracket so that they can put various humans into different catchments. Servants of the weaver are insidious like that. And the Fianna, quite unknowingly, fall straight into the trap. An Irish American may identify himself as Irish American. Without really knowing what it means, it may mean that he is some blasted kinfolk of a Fianna somewhere. But what they do not understand is that cultural baggage is a hindrance rather than something of which to be proud. Why does it irritate me so? Well, I'll tell you. Because despite the fact they are walking stereotypes, despite the fact they are mascots for some... I must apologise, Brennus the Bold, it draws the support of the other Garou. Oh, it shouldn't. They should be laughed at, they should be derided, just the same as I deride them, and yet their carousing, their revelry, their howling in delight at their victories and their lamenting their defeats all too loudly draw the support of other werewolves. It's the passion, you see. That kind of behaviour appeals to the lowest common denominator, and the Garou nation is largely made up of lowest common denominator. You know, the Fianna like to consider themselves and declare themselves quite proudly, because every word that a Fianna speaks is a declaration. that we are friends to all, that our friendship bonds never break. It sounds like something out of a Saturday morning cartoon. I should perhaps suggest that something similar goes into the next action bill. But either way, perhaps you could prove them wrong. So many are drawn to the idea of bonds of friendship, of trust. They don't look back into the Fianna's past. How about asking the true Fae about the Fianna bond of friendship? Why not ask the White Howlers? Or failing that, find a Black Spiral Dancer. Ask a Fenrir what they think of the Fianna bond of friendship. They're hypocrites. This is the greatest weapon you can use against them. These children of the stag believe that they are the pinnacle of the Garrow nation. They believe that they are the ultimate fighters, the best singers and tale spinners. They believe that they have the boldest heritage they can recant all the way back to Daddy Wolf. What you can recant all the way back through their history is betrayal, one-upmanship, abandonment. What you can recant is the fact that they love their alcohol and drugs and revelry, partying, frenzying, raging so much that they do nothing but destroy those that surround them. This is what I find so especially amusing about the Fianna. They are walking, shall we say, tragedies. Because if they weren't drinking, taking drugs, reveling, partying, and who knows what else, they would be weeping into their paws. The Fianna share a gift with us, the servants of the worm. That gift is being able to see the way the war is going. The Fianna need all of that intoxication in order to deny themselves the truth that the Garrow nation is destined to lose. Oh, the Fianna know it, because they have helped perpetuate it with their constant shattering of alliances, their constant scourging of the pure ones, of the tribes, or the tribe in Australia that's... I believe they call them the Bunyip, but we've had limited success in cloning them. Yes, they would be weeping. And so they put on a brave face, they sing a brave song, and they take the rest of the Garrow into battle, knowing that they are bound to die. How tragic is that? So how best to fight the Fianna? Oh, well, I would certainly say do not meet them on the battlefield. For all my talk, they are still fearsome combatants, practically unparalleled, because once they are intoxicated, they will not stop until you are ripped into small gobbets of flesh, or dust, depending on what you are. They are ferocious combatants. For that, in a sense, they have my respect, just as they have my respect for shattering any possible alliance of Garrow in the British Isles, and anywhere else that they deign to tread. Yes, I respect them for that. I also respect them for their liberal imbibement. You see, this is the first weapon you can use against the Fianna. Oh, they like their drink so much, and they like their drinking contests. They love their ceremonies to bring in the seasons and see off the others. They love to howl at any occasion, but what they really love is their drink and their drugs. Because it helps them ready for battle. It helps them ready for the apocalypse. They need to drown their sorrows, after all. Find a pub that a sole Fianna goes to. Get your King Brewery's contacts to start bringing in some extra strong stout. Something that a Fianna will feel is just like the homeland. Have a Bane bottled up, maybe one or two. Whilst the Fianna is trying to overcome his intoxication, because King know what exactly to put into their bottles. And if you find the rare agent of sobriety among the Fianna, well, most of them still take headache pills occasionally, or if they are female, sometimes even contraception. Magadon provides in those cases, and you can achieve much the same thing. So while they're in this state of intoxication, you can introduce them to some enticers, some Fomori especially designed for ravaging a werewolf abed. The Fianna are all too quick to fall into the arms of a welcome male or female just to cry their hearts out and ride out the night well. We can take advantage of the individual Fianna, and what is best about them is that they do like to stalk off on their own. They don't like to share their vices. They like others to see them as strengths, just like that bold Celtic heritage. But what they believe is Celtic heritage is what they see as alcoholism, drug addiction, uncontrollability. We can exploit that very much indeed. There are other ways of dealing with them, of course. If you were to deal with an entire pack, I would say turn them on each other. Now, that isn't necessarily easy, but given that this is a tribe of bravos and bravado, one always wants to look like the alpha. One always has to be the most accomplished, highest achieving Fianna in the pack. You may be able to set them against each other. They're also very fond of their kinfolk. I, unlike with the Black Furies, would not recommend taking their kinfolk out. You see, a Fianna is very protective over his kinfolk and will track you down, whilst I dismiss their bonds of friendship, their bonds of family, they do hold to with some ferocity. So exploit their vices. You know, the Fianna claim responsibility in all their grandiosity for such historical events as the Troubles in Ireland. Yes, oh yes, they claim responsibility for that, for all those humans that were killed. They claim responsibility for driving all the snakes out of the Emerald Isle as well. And, well, I would deride that, except if they're responsible for removing some Setites from anywhere, I suppose they are owed some thanks. So, just as you are putting one to sleep and stroking the pup's poor muzzle as you inject him with this final dose of Magadon pharmaceuticals, give him a thank you from me, just for stomping on a few serpents. Is there anything left to be said on the Fianna? Only this. Around 20 years ago, I was in a board meeting with my fellow directors. One member of the board, Elliot Meish, was taken down by a Fianna. I was not particularly close to Meish, but we still have yet to even that score with the Fianna. They are often based in areas that our tentacles do not reach, shall we say, not at length. If you can bring down a Fianna or two, then you will have my appreciation, and I can show my appreciation in a cornucopia of ways.
Okay, we're done. We're done with the introduction. Yes, we wasted 50 minutes for lore and world building. Believe me, it's all necessary. Now, for those who remained here, I see it reached 3 here concurrent views, then it dropped to 0. Then it's just toying around. It's about time, yeah. Let's play the actual game now. Why did I delay it this much? Because you'll see. Let me introduce you to Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood for the PC. Tutorial, Capitan, Subtitle Zone, English, okay. Oh, as per usual, borderless, so we can quickly switch between it and the other stuff. Very good. I have no idea if the song is copyrighted or not, and honestly I don't care at the moment. Fast, jump, camera tackle. C. Take down. Fast. Harness, bark. Stack, dash. Okay, prepared. Let's play. I already have 100% finished one. Let's the start. Yes. Let's play a completely new game. Prepare the body to focus on the story. Prepare for a balance of experience. For those demanding a challenge. Sorry, I'd rather easy. Let's play. Tarka's Mill vicinity. The path of Tarkar's Mill is set on driving the Endron Corporation out of their territory. After several weeks of preparation, they finally have a plan. Let's play.
The Wild, the Weaver, and the Worm. Three primal forces from which the world Gaia springs. The Wild is creation, formless and abundant. The Weaver shapes, making order out of chaos. The Worm, whose purpose was to destroy the old, to make room for the new, went mad. Now, a force of corruption, feeding on greed, malice, and hate. It ravages Gaia. Through its unwitting accomplices, mankind. The balance between those three forces is long gone now. Insidiously, the worm gains more and more ground every day, vitalized by the damage humans have brought to the Earth. We, the werewolves, remain, born of man, beast, and spirit. We are the vindication of Gaia and the Wild.
Hello.
All right. They should be ready now.
Kahal is his name.
The best way to get Indran out of the region is to attack their bottom line. We have a plan to convince them there's no profit to be had here. Ludmilla, if you please.
I've recently gained access to the system that controls all the on-site oil pumps. That's our target. We tamper with the pumps and send dummy data to the system to make them think their oil field has run dry.
Will that really be enough?
According to the internal files I got my hands on, They treat unprofitable sites like gangrenous limbs. They'll give this one the chop right away.
I remind you once again, these are the lowest possible graphic settings on Unity because, as you saw, I can barely make the media work. This game is a budget game. This game is an indie game, so give it some space to breathe. Okay? I like it the way it is. It's very much buggy, very much laggy, but still, if you are a fan of the tabletop game, you will be a fan of this one. Just let me make sure that, yes, both commentary and desktop are working. YouTube is rendering, hopefully, very good. And that will be about it. Let's get started with the game. The plan is good, it seems too easy.
I don't know. Even if we do manage to push them out, they'll only set up somewhere else. We need to hurt them, bring them down, not chase them away.
We've already talked about this, Cahal. They're too close to the cairn. If we stage an attack, they'll look for the ones who did it. I don't want Endron's eyes on our home. Our best option is to work in the shadows.
But if something goes wrong, my wife ends up on her own in enemy territory. I don't like it.
I'm going to be fine, Cahal. We've been preparing this for weeks. We've calculated the risks.
And if there's any sign of trouble, you and I go in and retrieve her. But I'd rather we stay covert. Ludmilla will have the easiest time on her own.
I'm heading out. I want to be done before daybreak. Take care of Adana while I'm away. I think she's going a little crazy all cooped up in here.
Yes, I could easily raise up the graphics quality to be a better one, but I'd rather performance over quality. We are here for Gaia. She worries about her daughter. We're here for Gaia. She worries about her daughter. By the way, why did I show you the lure videos first? Because Cahal and his fellow Garou are all Fianna, that's why.
Don't worry, I'll talk to her. You just focus on your mission.
Cahal, I've got this. I love you. See you soon.
So this is Cahal, our protagonist. Lots of tattoos, buddy. I don't like tattoos, but since you are here from the Fianna, so be it. Wants to move around with the Cahal. If for something... Okay, let's take a look around here. Quickly show me what happens if I boost the graphics here. Settings. Graphics. At the moment it's on the lowest possible. If I were to make it high or maximum. Apply. Yes. Yeah, more details on the outfit. The tattoos also have more details. The facial animation is also more detailed. But again, I do not wish to destroy my laptop. The only thing that I have as a device for gaming. So I'll just keep this with the lowest possible. Sorry, but this cannot be helped. And I did inform you about this from the very first play I ever recorded on this channel's revival, which was Origami 2. Anyway, without any further more hesitation, let's quickly examine the area around here.
We've been stuck in this cave for weeks studying Endron's movements. At least now we finally got a plan. I hope we're done here soon.
Endron is a sister company of Pentix. That's why I showed you the lore and the story behind Pentix, the Garou, the Fianna, and what Pentix thinks of the Fianna.
Endron. One of the most destructive companies North America has to offer. Known for their violence and endless greed. If we left them to their own devices, they'd ravage this place till there was nothing left but dust.
Understood. Let's quickly speak with our leader here.
I don't like thinking that Ludmilla's on her own, Rodko.
I understand. She's my sister, remember?
He should send me to... You should have sent Rafik. I have no idea who Rafik is. You should have sent me to Yam.
And she's Adana's mother. I should be out there with her.
I gave it a lot of thought. Her chances of success are better if she's alone. It's as simple as that. If things don't go as planned, you can tear through as much Endron scum as you like to get her out. But for now, we stay put. Go. Rest while we wait.
Understood. Yes, by the way, he is the leader of our pack here.
Not looking forward to packing all this up tomorrow morning.
Take it easy, Kahal. Take it easy. We're just right now starting the game. Also, for those who simply skipped the entire lure introduction, no hard feelings, really. I don't really care. It's your thing. Hello, what's up, buddy?
What do you think, old friend? Yeah, that makes two of us. Not too keen on this plan.
This is Rafik, your lupus brethren. Yes, this creature right here, this majestic-looking wolf, is your friend. You're a Garu. Part human, part wolf, and part spirit. I don't want to keep repeating what the videos of the YouTubers I am crediting already told us.
Ava did an impressive job installing all this. I'll have to thank her for this later.
Remember again, the Fianna are not against technology. Also, by the way, Kahal is an Oron, if that's what you call it. Basically, he was born as a homid, a human, underneath the full moon. Hello?
Got everything squared away?
Not a lot to square away. All I'm doing is pressing a button once Ludmilla gets me hooked up. Still got a ways to go before I can do much more than that. If I tried to breach their network, they'd be on us in a second.
Thank you, Windows, for the notification about my battery becoming 100%. You never fail to amaze me. She's frustrated. She's already did her part.
Says the woman who got her hands on their files. We'd never have been able to take the fight to Engine like this without you. Besides, you installed all of this on your own. Have faith in your abilities.
That's sweet, Kahal, but I just wish I could do more. But how are you doing? Talk to your daughter yet?
No, not yet. I'm just heading her way.
Okay. So we have some technology here. Don't call the Fianna hippies, because they're not. Anything else you'd like to examine, Kahal? By the way, yes, I already finished this game once, 100%. And I have a very good background information about it. That's why I am not too much surprised by anything that's happening. And yes, I played on these exact settings twice. This is the second time. And I do not care about the graphics that much. What I care about in a PC game is that it functions and it's not cooking my laptop literally alive. So far so good. So yeah, performance over quality. Always.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm bored out of my mind. There's nothing to do here, and it's wet and miserable.
Must be patient.
Don't worry, our work here's nearly finished. You'll be back at the cairn with your friends before you know it.
I know, but why'd you have to drag me out here in the first place? It's not like you've got me doing anything out here.
Your mom wanted you to come along, so you could see what our field missions entail.
They entail a bunch of bullshit. All we ever do is watch and take notes. We're not accomplishing anything.
Language, young lady. And preparation is key. Know how your enemy will respond before you move. A foe stripped of surprise is fangless.
Why didn't you go with Mom anyway? She's all alone out there. If something happens to her...
I wish I could have. But Rodko wants us to keep a low profile. And there's no one better at that than your mom.
Rodko's a dumbass.
Hey, that's your uncle you're talking about. And the leader of our pack. You know it's his job to make those decisions. And like I said, all that observation we were doing was minimizing the danger. Your mother will be just fine, Adi. Don't worry.
Okay, this is Adi, our daughter. Anything else you need to interact with Cahal before we progress on? Doesn't look like it. Yes, this is a budget indie game from White Wolf, and it is based on Werewolf the Apocalypse tabletop RPG. The thing is, unless you already know most, if not all, the information in the background story, you will not be able to understand one thing from what's going on. And that had been already explored by Yahtzee from The Escapist and other critics as well. That's why we had the session 0 first.
Shit. Cahal, wake up. I'm gonna need you.
What's up? What is it? Something wrong? Hello?
Ludmilla needs you to get her out. Rodko will give you the rundown.
Okay, on my way.
What's happening, Dad? Is Mom okay?
Don't worry, Adi. Your mother knows what she's doing. I'm sure she's fine.
Let's see. What's up?
A helicopter just touched down on the site's landing pad. Apparently it's some Endron exec. Their presence is shaking things up.
What does it imply?
Tell me Ludmilla's okay.
She's okay. We've still got no idea she's on site. But their guard patrols have changed, and certain areas are locked down. And that includes the one Ludmilla's in.
So what's the plan now?
The mission's sunk. We go in there, get her out, and wait for things to quiet down. But to get her off site, the locked-off areas need to be manually unlocked. And Ludmilla's stuck on the wrong side.
Shit.
Fortunately, she has already secured a terminal. She'll guide you to her location over the radio. Go now. Bring her back. There's no time to waste. My sister needs you.
Let's go.
Ludmilla, I'm on my way.
Remember, stay out of sight. I'll open any door I have access to through their network. I've opened all the external ducts.
Hold the lift shift to run as Cahal. This is Endron, our enemy. The capitalistic worm servants who deal with oil. We already learned about them from the introduction to the World of Darkness video. Fatrick, what's up? Jump. The Lupus. Press C to shift Cahal into the Lupus form. The size and speed of the Lupus allow him to sneak in many places without being noticed, but the Lupus can't use technology and if seen will cause the humans to react. The first ever change for us in the game. This is our Lupus form. The werewolves. Wolf form. We can walk around, we can run quickly, and we can jump. Go!
I'm locked in the turbine room in the center of the site. You'll have to get here without being seen. The area you're passing through should be deserted right now, though.
Okay, understood. Fine.
Door's locked. Ava?
There's gotta be a terminal close by. Find it. Oh, and deactivate any cameras you see while you're at it.
Penumbra Vision. Press R to toggle the Penumbra Vision. The Penumbra Vision allows Cahal to peer into the spirit world, letting him sense things such as threats, spirits, and their connection. The Penumbra Vision. You better get used so much to this mode because we will be visiting it ridiculously. I'll be spamming it endlessly. Because whenever I find some spirits around, I'll have to pick them as soon as possible. Once again, remind me that we are actually recording both my voice and the desktop. Very good. We have some more RAM still. The video is still being rendered. And are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. The heat is at minimum still. Okay, let's continue on with the game.
Guards. Ludmilla, we've got a lot of company.
The arrival of the Endron exec has changed their setup. Tell me where you are.
Okay.
I'm looking at the southern part of the outer fence. And a shit ton of guards. There's no way I'll be able to make a move without being seen.
Southern part of the outer fence. Got it. There. That should distract them for a few minutes. But if a guard does see you...
He won't live long enough to raise the alarm. They sold their souls to Endron. They don't get any mercy.
Hell of a time for a malfunction. I'll go check it out.
Everyone basically around you is your enemy. Do not show them any mercy at all. Here with the checking out, doesn't look like it. Fine, Cahal, let's go. Are you sure? Yeah, plenty sure. Peeking into the world of the spirit, nothing to do. Everyone is giving us their backs. Takedown. Takedown is one way to deal with the unalerted guards or civilians. Takedown will increase Cahal's rage. The more rage, the more dangerous the Crinus will be in the combat.
Any idea what could have caused it?
I don't care. Just want it fixed and fast. Some big shot just arrived on site. Folks upstairs want everything to be perfect.
Shoe. B.
What the hell was that? Dispatch, we got...
Oops. Fine. That's the checkpoint. First ever game over on easy mode. This is just embarrassing. Whatever. Where do we continue from? Right out the last checkpoint. Very nice. This is what you call generosity. So don't overdo it. Take them down, but don't overdo it. Yeah, we already read about the takedown.
Any idea what could have caused it?
I don't care. Just want it fixed and fast.
Oh,
Some big shot
that's why.
just arrived on site. Folks upstairs want everything to be perfect.
So if you want to take that guy down, first take this one down. So that they can no longer see you. Of course, there is some kind of a strategy level playing this game. It's normal. See, there's 2 more. By the way, rage within this game is literally your SP, your magic energy. Need as many of it as you can. I'm not joking. In the first play I played through this game.
Should have picked another job.
First play I played through this game, I made the cursed mistake of ignoring rage. You are a full moon warrior. You need your rage, like you need your blood and oxygen. The crossbow. Hold right click to unleash the crossbow, then press left click to shoot. The crossbow is another way to get rid of threats. Its bolts are limited and must be refilled. Okay. Thank you. How many do we have here? 1. Then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gotta help. Having Kahal stood up means the area has no more enemies left. Okay, how do I now explore this area? Either make Kahal run around or go lupus mode and run faster. Make sure to literally study everywhere around you like your life depends on it. I mean it. I am right now just reciting for you what I learned about the game from my previous split.
I'm in the refinery.
Perfect. I'm not far now. Nearly at the passageway leading into it.
Okay, let's get moving. Sorry about all the white noise in the background beforehand.
Shit! Something's following me.
What is it?
I think it's a black spiral dancer. He's...
Ludmilla, just hold on. Fuck. Rodko.
I heard. Who's sticking around? We fight. Now go. I'll meet you with Rafik.
I'm done fucking around.
Unleash the Crinus. Your war form. Left click, quick attack. Right click, strong attack. Space to jump. Combine quick attacks and strong attacks and jump attacks to perform combos and raise the Crinus rage. A rage multiplier is applied as long as the Crinus is not interrupted. Let's go! A shift plus was to dodge incoming attacks. Dodge to avoid enemies' attacks. Dodges followed by quick or strong attack leads to a new attack. I cannot use the penumbra vision here. This looks like a boss fight area. Special move, leap. Press 2 to leap on the guard. The leap is a special move that consumes reach. Leap on the guard to kill him properly. Combat stances. Press Q to switch between the heavy and the agile stances. Agile stance it brings speed and fast reach generating. Heavy stance offers resistance and strong attacks. Each stance has its own set of special moves. Switch between the two stances for better effectiveness in the combat. At the moment, we are now at the agile. Get out of my face.
I'll open that video. Just watch out.
Next. Where to next? Silver damage. Silver is the Carnus's weakness. Silver damage would lower the maximum health of the Carnus for the rest of the fight. Special move, healing. Press 1 to partially heal the Carnus. Healing throughout the fight is important. Beware, healing consumes reach. Where? Next. Let's go. Out of my face. Go. Well done. Agile again. Let's get moving as fast as possible. Like a spiral dancer.
Ludmilla.
Call. Tell 80.
No! Please, no.
He killed her. Unleash the Carnus. Targeted lockdown. Press middle mouse button to look on an enemy. The target lock makes it easier to remain focused on the enemy. Ow, again. Well done, Kahal. Get out of my face, you killer! This is bad. The frenzy. Press R to trigger the frenzy. Frenzy can be triggered once the fury is at its peak. In frenzy, the Cronus gets the advantage of each stance, speed and power. However, in frenzy, the Cronus can't use its special moves nor healing. Once the fury is depleted, the frenzy will stop. Frenzy! And now, we can use the power of the werewolf itself. Execute the black spiral dancer.
Kahal! No. Ludmilla. It's me, Kahal. Listen to me. Kahal, damn it! No. You need to fight the rage. Kahal, this Rafik! Stop it! No! What have I done? Rafik, there's no time to mourn. We need to go.
Ouch. He lost his wife and his friend in the frenzy. McGowan presents King Whiskey, whatever. A game by Cyanide Studio. Washington State, 5 years later.
Just reported back to base. Not that there's anything to report.
No kidding.
Though I guess we've got a special guest coming tonight.
Yeah, an Endron rep no less. She should be here soon.
You know they're hiring, right? Think you'd ever make the move to Endron? Hey! What the...
All clear, Dusk. We're good to go. "5 years ago, I abandoned the woods of Tarker's Mill. I abandoned my cairn. Endron killed my wife. I gave in to rage. The worm touched my soul. I had to leave my daughter. It was the hardest decision I ever made.
Werewolf, The Apocalypse, Earthblood.
And in other news, Endron is joining the fight against global warming. The energy company today announced that their new biofuel will be hitting the market soon. This revolutionary new formula will be unveiled alongside the opening of their new headquarters in...
This exile was my only choice. I'd become a danger to my pack. I often wonder what's become of them. Of Rotko, of Ava, of 80. This is the closest I've been to Talker's Mill in 5 years.
Cahal, we're here. You're up.
Let's play.
How much time do we have before they notice the guards on the outside have gone quiet?
They report in by radio every hour. That's our deadline for getting our hands on the explosives and getting out of here.
Talk about customers, talk about the plan.
What do your clients intend to do with them anyway?
The Weatherstormers? They're planning on blowing up a big Magadon pharmaceutical plant.
Good fucking riddance. I know Magadon's methods. They're the scum of the earth.
And guess what? These explosives were originally headed to Endron, another megacorp of assholes. Stealing from them is just icing on the cake.
Let's go through the plan again, just to make sure everything's clear.
You've got to swap the delivery label on the crate of explosives intended for Endron. You do that, and they'll load us up with smiles on their faces. All you've got to do is open the gate to their delivery bay for me. I'll create a diversion while you're exchanging the labels.
Got it. We'll have to play it tight, though. One hiccup and the plan falls through.
We'll have you sneak around back by their storage facility. Security should be pretty thin there, especially if you go through the ventilation ducts.
All right. I'm off.
Hey, before you go, are you sure you're up for this, man? You seem kind of stressed out back in the truck.
He noticed he wouldn't understand.
Just been a long time since I've been out this way. Brings back memories. Forget it. We've got a job to do.
Right. If you need me, I'm just a chirp away. Good luck, brother.
Thank you. Thank you very much, buddy. Okay, his color is yellow. This is the penumbra vision again. 2 enemies, some more electricity to deal with. Let's for now explore the area. Anything I should be aware of? Does not look like it at the moment, at least. Don't forget that the Fianna are mostly humid, which means they're human. And some of their kin are lupus. What else did we learn also? They have too many of the abominations. Oh, by the way, Cahal can bark as a wolf form. Barking is used to lure our enemies away from the target. As you saw just right now, the blue circle around the icon on the bottom left vanished, which means we have entered an area with the enemies inside it. That's the fun.
This month's orders are packed in the delivery bay and ready to go. Let's do our inventory checks for next month.
Here. Avoid getting detected. Understood. I'll try. Says the one that just had right now a game over. In the tutorial level. What do we have here? Okay, nothing of concern. Are you sure? It looks like there's nothing at all in here. Maybe I could just use this area as a safe haven. Can I jump over this? I can. This will only bring me back to that area. We must not be found by the cameras. Let's play this safe. Hi. Nobody is at the moment looking at him. Feel your rage. You will need it. This, I swear it. Let's go after that one that's checking the papers. Okay, be careful of the lights. We don't need to be caught already yet. Well done so far, well done. Take it easy, take it easy. We are not in a hurry. Just yet.
I'm inside.
Good. Try to keep a low profile, would you?
We will try. We will. So here, even more enemies. Two enemies there. Okay.
Edwin reached out to me, you know. They're hiring and the pay's pretty good.
I'm sure it is. They're going toe-to-toe with a group of activists right now. Lambda mankind. If I were you, I'd stay here. Keep your head down.
Okay. Yeah. Take it easy. Take it easy. Hello, buddy. I don't like this guy at all. Take care.
Good shot.
Think that's worthy of checking out? Bye. Yeah, there's one here, one, two maybe there. Let's keep going. The worm here is spread very highly. Okay. Bye-bye. Blue circle again. I'm not sure what that means this time. Anything here that's worth checking out? Not at the moment. Yes, I can see that the sensitivity of the mouse is a little bit too high. We're still recording. We're still recording both sounds, no frame drops yet. Is YouTube still rendering? It is still rendering. Let's keep moving. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What if them are giving me their back?
You hear the new Endron announcement about their new biofuel? They say they're going green by the end of the year.
The only thing green about that fuel's the label. It's the same shit with new branding. A marketing stunt.
For God's sake, with the white noise. The background noise. This one is moving, that one is stood still. How the hell, all of you? All of you, if possible. Okay, Anything here to read or anything here to take care of? Not really. Have 1, 2. We have a couple of more of them. Okay, fine. Let me be very careful about this mission, please. No need to ruin anything up. Those are not right here. They are behind the glass. Any computers we can mess with? What's this? Oh, more arrows. In case I already used up them. Of them. This is red, which means I cannot use it at the moment. It's okay. That was super fast. Wow. Now in here? Doesn't look like it.
They're not running the most attractive operation here.
I mean, they're pumping out weapons for Endron, not selling timeshares. Looks probably aren't their priority.
Okay. Okay, let's go there then. I cannot enter anywhere else, I believe it. Nope. And this area here, I believe it's just the same area where I killed both of those trash. Yeah, it's the same one. So then go. The thing is, in the area right now I'm seeing there is some serious building activity happening. So background noise are too much common here.
I made it to the delivery bay.
Good. See that command post next to the gate? You should be able to open things up for me from there.
Understood. Let's make sure that I don't get caught again at all ever. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have also the cameras, more cameras, more cameras. Where exactly does this all go to? I need the computer. Wait. You see what I see? A Lupus entrance. We can perhaps enter it. Or there. Entrance. I need to stay as stealthy as possible. This form. Okay. Go down. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. No need for anyone to see us at all. Like at all. Camera there. This is stationary. It will not move. It will not react to me, you fools. Ignore me. I'm just a wolf inside of a company of oil and fuel. This will not happen. Okay, let me see here. I can get rid of this guy and then get rid of that guy. Shut up. Okay, next up we have that patrolling guy. Let's just wait for him until he arrives here and then get rid of him quickly. If I'm not mistaken, I used to do some insane stuff here. Like barking, luring them in, and then getting rid of them completely as fast as possible. Move it! Done and done. Next move. We have some good numbers here, which is bad for us. Okay. I need Lupus entrance here, by the way. By any chance? No Lupus entrance. When? Just take it easy. Nobody's looking at you, buddy. Very good. Because you're going down. Right now. Okay, next. Where to? This game very much encourages being stealthy, even though you can have any moment, you can snap to rage any moment you want. But its beauty is in its stealth elements. Do not bother with the three of them. It's not worth it. So now what? Just stealthily go there if you can. Yeah, the camera is right now coming back. Take it easy. Take your time. Okay, take your time. We're not in a hurry. Just take it easy. Slowly. Easy does it. Easy does it. And easy does it. Easy does it. Very nice. Open it. Enter. Nobody now can see us. Very good. Anything I needed to be aware of? Doesn't seem like it. Art penumbra vision? Yeah, I know. I know about the penumbra vision. I have been spelling it at the moment. As penumbra vision shows you hints about what to do, where to go, and what is interactionable. Hello. Shut down all the cameras.
You're up.
Once I've got their attention, you go find what we came for and slap on this fancy new delivery label. Got it?
Understood, buddy. Just wait for it. Move it, all of you. That's our friend there. Just take it easy. Easy does it. Do not overdo it. Everyone right now has their backs at us, which means just ignore everyone and stay as far away as possible from them. We need to recircle the entire area here. Yeah. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. So nice so far. Just keep moving easy. Easy does it. Yeah, easy does it while we have even more enemies here. Just save. I don't like the way this area looks. We can't use that lupus entrance yet.
According to the intel we received, the crates of explosives should be stored around here.
Our grid. Understood, Kahal. Understood. Most likely in there, obviously. Wow, this looks bad. I don't even know what it is about exactly. Okay, let's enter here. Check it out.
All right, Dusk. The delivery label's been switched.
Then it's time for us to get the hell out of Dodge.
Wait. I smell something. Give me a minute to check it out.
Threats and penumbra vision. The penumbra vision can be used to detect specific threats, such as silver. This is bad. This is bad, very, very bad. Wow, what is this? Miniguns, exoskeletons. Keep the silver rounds to one side for the moment. The client hasn't paid the boss yet. Orlov has ordered that nothing be delivered until the invoice is paid. Order CJU_657, 22 silver, 30,000 unit, 22 caliber, 40,000 unit, 30 silver, 20,000 unit, 30 caliber, 300,000 units, 35 caliber silver, 10,000 units, 357 caliber, 20,000 units.
I knew I smelled it. Silver. Whoever ordered this intends to kill Garou. Dusk. They're shipping out silver bullets. You know what that means.
Change of plans?
Change of plans. I need to find out who's buying these bullets and why. Buy me some more time.
Too much silver, way too much. The Garou is the White Wolf's White Wolf naming for the werewolves. We already explained this in the introduction, introducing the World of Darkness video. Also all the Garou history. The werewolves history. So I think we already checked this area out. Let's leave it here. Okay. Can I walk somewhere stealthily, please? Yeah, there is an entrance for the Lupus here also. Let's go either Lupus entrance or the human entrance, the Hominid entrance. Lupus entrance, since we don't get to use this much. It's really up to you, the choice of the player. So what wow! Enemies everywhere.
Who's the lady the boss is meeting with upstairs?
She's from Andrew, here for the special.
Silver bullets. Who even uses that shit? Is she picking up some golden guns while she's at it?
You know what they say, the client is king, especially when the client's name is Andrew.
These pests of Pendex and Endron. So either way, we would have just reached here, and we would have just reached the same area, the same conclusion. I'm not going to. I'll try my best not to get involved with these. Let's go, slowly but surely. Stay hidden as much as you can. Use the open entrance. The wolf entrance. Let's get out of here, but first make sure there's nobody around. No need for nasty surprises. You cannot see me here, buddy. It's impossible to see me here. Really didn't see anything. Yeah, too many enemies in case you miss up and you end up triggering the Cronus.
Shipment's loaded. How are things on your end?
Shouldn't be much longer.
Very good so far. Hi, what's up?
You were supposed to have delivered the ammunition 1 week ago. 1 week. Endrin doesn't like waiting.
Well, paying, clearly. You're not getting anything until Endrin is paid up. You can tell that to your President Watkins in person.
I don't think you understand what's at stake here.
Oh, I understand that you've just been attacked and you're looking to hit back. I also understand that you need our ammunition to do that. And we've got that ammunition right downstairs, ready and waiting to go as soon as you've paid us. Sorry, Major, but business is business.
Well, fuck you two. Then we'll attack Tarker's Mill without your help. And rest assured, Mr. Watkins will hear about this.
Tarker's Mill. Hey! You and I need to talk.
Who are you? How'd you get in?
I'm asking the questions. Who are you talking to? The woman! And what's this attack on Tarker's Mill?
I'm calling security.
Try it and it'll be the last thing you ever do.
Full rage. Ask him about the woman, ask him about the attack. He must stop this. Who's that?
Who's the woman who wanted silver bullets?
Major Grainer? She works for Endron. Ever since they set up their sites at Tarker's Mill, they've been having problems with the local population. And if someone comes to see me, it means they plan on solving their problems with raw firepower. Come on now. I've answered your questions, but I'm a busy man. I've got things to do. Let's put a stop to this little farce. I advise you to stay put while I call my guard. This is your one chance to walk out of here alive, so I wouldn't waste it if I were you.
Threaten or terrorize? Threat.
You call security and all they'll find is your corpse. Do we understand each other? The woman took that elevator out of here. Where does it go?
To the heliport on the roof. But she's already taken off. It's too late to catch her. Jesus. What do you even want from me?
You obviously know what's happening at Tarker's Mill. Don't pretend that you don't have a network.
That's some dangerous information. You sure you want to know?
Talk.
Endron purchased some facilities at Tarker's Mill, and they're not there to create jobs, no. They plan to do the same thing they always do. Suck the land dry, even if it kills every living thing there in the process. And they'll kill anyone who stands in their way.
They can't just kill whoever they want. They've got money, but people would know. The media would spread it far and wide.
You really don't know what you're up against, do you? Endron is powerful. They can do whatever they want. No one will care about a few dead protesters. History is written by the victors, after all. Now, die!
Bollocks! Security! Alert!
You dug your own grave.
Additional men needed right now!
Destroy everything.
Backup team!
Grab him. Execute. Grab. Execute.
Tarker's Mill. My old cairn. Adana. I have to go back.
Spirit points and skill tree. Press P to open the skill tree. Kahal will gain experience during missions or by fighting spirits to unlock new abilities through his skill tree. Okay, we have one spirit point. If I'm not mistaken, the first one I focused on was the Lupus. We have here electric bolts. Use the bolts to destroy security cameras. Reinforcements in trees and turrets. We have here for 2 skill points. You get the expanded magazine. The crossbow loader can contain 2 additional bolts. You have here Furtive Hunter 1. Takes the takedown now increases the rage gains even more. Have Furtive Hunter 2. Crossbow kills also increase the rage. You have Marksman 1. Motion, slow motion is now activated upon detection. Marksman 2. When aiming with a crossbow, multiple targets can be marked and the chain killed via middle mouse button. A spiritual link. Lupus easily preserves distances spirit with a penumbra vision. This is a must right now. Camouflage. The Lupus is harder to see and detect for enemies as long as he doesn't run. Release the Wolf 1. Rage gains an additional slot. Release the Wolf 2. Rage gains 2 additional levels, which means your SP basically. This is the tactical, this is the combat. General. Spirit of the Frame. The Crinus can now use dash while mid-air. Power Stomp. Stomp area of effect and damage are now greatly increased. Regenerative Metabolism. After healing, the Crinus will now keep restoring health if it hits the enemies. Wild Strength. A healing will now blow enemies back. The Crinus now has additional health. Silver Purge. The Crinus can now partially heal silver wounds. Agile. Roar. The Crinus can now roar. A roar will knock a surrounding enemy down. Howl of the Wild. Roar now has an increased area of effect and inflict damage. Heavy Leap. Leap now inflicts damage on the landing, affecting enemy nearby. Dance of the Wind. The Cronus unleashes multiple rotary and unstoppable attacks. Hunter's Haste. In agile state, the Cronus regenerates more rage and more fury on successful hits. Heart of Fury. In agile stance, if Cronus' health is low, additional rage and fury will be generated on successful hits. Heavy. Strength of the Will. In heavy stance, damage received is reduced. The Cronus now has additional health. Protection of Gaia. In heavy stance, slowly regenerated health over time. The Cronus now has additional health. Heavy. Rush. The Cronus can now rush forward, slashing everything in its way. Unstoppable Warrior. Rush now generates fury when hitting enemies. Baldur's Grasp. The Cronus inflicts damage and knocks down all enemies in the front of him. Windy Claws. Razor now has a wider area of effect and inflicts greater damage on the surrounding enemies. Frenzy. Unstoppable Frenzy 1. In Frenzy, the Cronus is immune to almost any attempt at interruption. Incorruptible Fury 2. Incorruptible Fury 2. In Frenzy, successful attacks generate Fury. Phase Swiftness. When entering Frenzy, the time is frozen for several seconds. Weaver's Surge. On activation, Frenzy now triggers an automatic free healing. Taste of Flesh. For Flesh. In Frenzy, damaging enemies heals the Cronus. We now need this one, the Spiritual Link. Hold left click to learn. Thank you. Let's leave this area. Change to Lupus and leave. And yes, you're not seeing this mistakenly. When Cahal changes to Lupus, you will, and goes to the entrances of the Lupus, you will momentarily vanish the model from the 3D world.
What the fuck are you doing, Go? I just had to pop a couple guards who wanted to put a bullet in my head. Get the fuck back here already.
Sorry, but I didn't have a choice. Keep the engine running. We're out of here as soon as I get back.
So, in the introduction to the Werewolf the Apocalypse, the Garu race, we learned that items that have aged have spirits linked to it. This is one of the cases. Spirit and experience. Collect spirits will grant Cahal spirit points to improve his skills. Basically, yes, this is a wild spirit. That's why it helps us. Flask. Whiskey. Press F to take a sip of the on the flask. Cahal will grow his rage each time he takes a sip.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, Irish much. Whatever. Let's get moving. This is again enemy territory, so be careful where we move. Can't interact with this one. Yeah. Keep moving. If I'm not mistaken, I got this game the day it was released, and I loved it ever since. More spirits here. Very good. Don't forget, whenever you can enter a new room, instantly search for the spirits. You need as many experience points as possible. This is in this game how you level up. You need to keep an eye all the time on the penumbra vision, in case you can find more spirits. Hack the computer. Cameras off. Now let's sleep here. Slowly but surely, do not overdo it.
The alarm went off in the boss's office, but I'm not getting any response from that sector.
Sabotages. Press E to sabotage the reinforcements entry. Cahal can sabotage Endron's reinforcements entry. Reinforcements will be critically wounded if their entry has been sabotaged.
Take your positions, people. Maximum alert until the situation's clear.
Yeah, sure, okay. Just in case if anyone finds me, we are just taking some cautionary actions here. Our goal is to go there, the 30 meters away. Take it easy, slowly but surely. Easy does it. Thank you for dying, quite literally. Garbage. Entrance of the Lupus. Now leave from here. You already have instantly a stealth kill to do. And nobody cares at all.
Picked another job.
That one is looking at us, but he really doesn't care. Let's go after this one. That one is looking the other way as well. I can't take that one because they are looking at his area, his path. Easy does it. I can enrage right now and turn Cahal into the Crinus mode, but there's no need for it at the moment. Let's go into the Lupus entrance. And slowly but surely, manage our way here. How do they see me while I'm in the Lupus entrance? As you can't be any more stealthy than this. Okay. Nobody's looking here. So let's just destroy this guy here also. I don't think I can destroy them both here. Because we have another one here. Let's see, can I maybe perhaps jump over and destroy that sniper? Or I could just use the crossbow to take him out. That's also an option. take. Very well, now what? If I do kill this guy, they will both be most likely alerted. So what? If I can change to the lupus mode and jump over this area here and quickly run away without being noticed, it would be fantastic. All the way to find out is to try it, honestly. Okay, so far so good. We're still recording? We're still recording with all of them. Okay, very good. For now, 2 hours and 12 seconds, not that bad. Is this? Yes, it's still rendering, very good. And as per usual, nobody's watching, so nothing unusual. Let's just progress as slowly as we can. No need, we are not in a hurry at all. Another lupus entrance. I keep mentioning this because once only and only once I had a glitch where I entered and exited the lupus entrance while I get stuck within this kind of vision.
No life in the delivery bay either. Shit, what's going on?
Very good. Go away. Away you go. And for me, sabotage. Okay, let's see here. We have 2 snipers, 2 doctors working here. Everyone here, everyone's lives are worthless. Everyone works for Endron, but therefore nobody's lives are worth anything. Meaning, what I just said exactly. All these lives are worthless. Let's see here. Both of them use silver. Destroy this one first. Shut up. 1, 2. That one, take him out with a crossbow. Take him out this one very quickly as well. Almost full rage. Not yet, though. This is bad. Okay, the system is unable to decide whether or not they are going into security check yet. Sabotage. You can? Is that how? You all went in all alert mode. What now? No worries, just keep calm.
Heads up! Looks like we've got company. Be ready for anything. Make him hurt.
What?
Shut up.
One less fucker.
You two also shut up. Height number 3. Okay, this is a bit taking it too far. Hi.
Intruder sighted.
Shut up. Also, you shut up. This is funny. Oopsie, Daisy. Enrage. It is unleash the dryness.
Send more men.
It's about time we go just all out attack. This is what happens when your selflessness is not enough. Come on here, coward. Finish him. Move it. Silver open. Frenzy. Go faster. Yeah, so much for the stealth approach. Whatever, who cares? Just run away. Do we have any more spirits here? Doesn't look like it. By the Lopez? Also nothing. So much for a stealth approach. Yeah, sure. Not my fault, buddy. The system itself saw somehow a corpse up there. Not my problem. Is it? Take it easy. You're not. You're not looking at me. No, you're not. Kill this guy. And silently. We need more rage. No. Easy does it. Easy does it. Okay, let's see here. Nothing at the moment. So far so good. Can we enter this area? This is the same area we just exited, so just ignore it. Let's take care of this other guy here. Nobody's moving, nobody's a walker. Even better. Sabotage. Slowly but surely. No need to unleash the Kranos every time. Try to take as many takedowns as you can. Sabotage. And yes, I do intend on making the first part of the video about education, for education about the tabletop game and everything that relates to it and the tribes, and then I can focus completely on the game itself. So if you don't like the newer stuff, deal with it. Not my problem. I can, by the way, just bark and make them come to me if needed. Let's park here and bring some sedate here. Slowly but surely. Hey! Very good, very good. Very good. Even better than I thought. A bit.
That isn't good.
Just took you 1 year to finish it. Because he will now see the body. Correct? They are both ignoring what is going on here. I better jump to the other side and destroy this guy here as soon as I can, so that we can... I didn't want to jump, buddy. I wanted you to still take it.
Huh? What? Smoke that thing!
Of course, I lost the stealth approach.
Stay vigilant. Weapons ready.
It's okay. It's okay so far. Take it down.
Heads up. Looks like we got company.
Okay. Whatever. Take it easy. If I can kill them all, it will be even better. Without raising the Cronus.
Got a hostile.
Cronus! Time! Go! Hi. Destroy them. Destroy them all. Very good, we killed most of them. So everything else is kind of easier. A minute. See that okay. Usually when there is a spirit nearby, it will give us a little flash like this. Not sure if this flash is coming from the silver or from the spirit nearby it. There is a spirit there. There is a spirit. How do I reach it? Is the question. There is experience points there. There's some more experience points. Go back. Experience points. Right here. There. One in here. No, I already destroyed this area. Too many Indron. Here it is. This is the spirit. Thank you. City is too dangerous at the moment. Should I just ignore it, or should I just enter it and fight? Not sure, but for now at least let's leave it be. I'm trying to be as stealthy as possible, if that's even possible by now. Don't see any other flashes. Wait a minute. We already got that one, correct? Looks like there is another spirit here, somewhere. Where? Here! Right here, right here, right here, right here. Right here. From the mushroom. By the way, these spirits are in fact missable. If you miss them, you miss level up. It's just that simple. How do I now move on? If I'm not mistaken, I need to go back where I came from. Via the Lupus entry. No more flashes, no more light clouds. Let's keep moving then. No light clouds, okay. What? We reached the goal.
Where are we headed?
Tarker's Mill.
We're headed back home. Washington State Forest. Cahal discovered that Endron, a global energy corporation, was about to launch an attack against his Karen. Putting an end to a five-year exile, the Fianna warrior returns to his former home, fearing for his tribe and his daughter, Aidana. Wait a minute. Strong attacks to interrupt an enemy. Press any key to continue.
We're too late. Endron is already here.
What do we do?
Stop the truck.
What's even down there?
My home. Dusk, stay out of this.
Wait! Call!
Rodko, they've cleared our northern line. They have an exo.
We'll take care of the wounded later. We have to stop them.
Let's go! Move! Over there!
Right.
Rodko.
You'll regret that. Clever boy. Ultra, fall back!
Fucking silver.
Tell me, where's Adana?
Don't worry, Cahal. Your daughter didn't fight this battle.
Welcome back home, I guess.
Riddled with silver. It'll take days to heal. Things would have been far worse if you hadn't stepped in.
I just did what I had to do. Nothing more.
I honestly never thought I'd see your face again. Why'd you come back, Cahal?
Talk about Aidana, about the attack.
I heard that the cairn was going to be attacked. I was afraid for you. For Adana.
And how did you hear that?
I overheard Endron talking about it on my last job. I may have left Tarker's mill, but I never turned my back on it. I couldn't just abandon you.
You found it easy enough 5 years ago. Your cairn and your daughter have always needed you. I tried to tell you that.
Where is she, Rodko?
With Ava. Working undercover at the biggest entrance site in the Pacific Northwest. Best option available to us after the failure of our last mission.
He puts Aidana in danger. What's shit of him about the mission?
Your last mission? What do you mean?
You remember the old abandoned mine not far from here? Endron bought it and turned it into a training center for their new recruits. I launched an attack to wipe them out, but Tank Girl stopped us. The woman you saw in the exo during the attack, she drove us back.
Tank Girl, you call her. I encountered her during my last mission. She was trying to buy silver bullets from an arms dealer. That's where I learned she was planning an attack on the cairn.
Major Grainer. That's the name her men give her. But to us, she's Tank Girl. And she leads Endron's troops with about as much grace. Their attack on the cairn was their first wave of revenge for our attack on the training center. We managed to repel them this time, but it's only a temporary victory. It might return at any moment. And Endron just keeps recruiting soldiers.
Then we've got to go back to the mine and destroy their training center. It's the only way to buy the cairn any sort of safety. No matter how brief.
Go back? No. Not until I'm well again. Then we can strike.
Find out more. Aidena's education.
Tell me about Idana. How have you trained her?
Just as I promised you. I trained her to be a warrior. I taught her everything she needed to fight, to defend herself, so that we wouldn't see a repeat of what happened to Ludmilla.
Question about Aidena's first change.
Has she gone through her first change yet?
Not yet. And despite all my training, she never showed much inclination toward the wild side of things. She preferred to spend her time with Ava, studying humans, technology, and infiltration.
To walk in Ludmilla's footsteps.
That's right. And though it's not how I wanted to do things, it certainly paid off. She has proved to be an exceptional spy. Rest assured, though, Adan is just as much Garu as you or me. Her first change will come in time, no matter what path she chooses to take.
His relationship with Ava.
Tell me about Ava. How's she doing?
When you went into exile, she succeeded you as my lieutenant. She was ready and willing, but it was hardly a smooth transition. I was forced to make some concessions.
I can imagine. There are a lot of humans in the cairn. A lot more than when I was here.
Ava's lamb to mankind.
I'd heard about her group of activists. They're actually getting a lot of attention at the moment. Not sure if that's the best thing for the pack.
That's what I thought too. At first.
He gained wisdom. Let him explain.
What do you mean?
For the longest time, I never trusted humans.
Mm-hmm.
Then I saw how they fought. How they stood strong for what they believed in. I saw their potential. Even I had to admit that Ava was right. The humans have been stalwart allies in our fight for Gaia. And now you've seen firsthand what Indran is doing to us. Our ranks grow thinner every year. Ava's humans aren't afraid to put their lives on the line for the planet. What more could I ask for?
I do not believe in the humans personally. That's why I still believe that the Garu are better off without it. Back?
Until I'm healed, there's no way we can make a move on the training center.
Offer help, why not?
I'll take care of that goddamn training center myself. You know I can handle it on my own.
No. You're no longer a part of this pack. It's my responsibility.
And how long will it take for you to get there? Days? Weeks? If they return, the cairn will fall.
Huh. I'll think about it. Go pay your respects to your Fen and come back to me. Then we'll talk about the mine.
Okay, very good. Very good. Save successful. Okay. Quickly show me how much have we been now. 2 hours and a half. I believe this will be it for today's session. Yeah, I don't want to stay too long. I know the first 50 minutes were just more explaining and whatnot, but I am getting hungry and my mother just called me out for dinner, so I'll have to leave it away. Okay. So we just saved. Pay respects to Yifen, Washington State Forest. I hope you enjoyed the first ever stream for Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood. The song here is named Alien Weapons. Not sure I recall which band again plays it. Anyway, for now this will be it for today's session. We learned a little bit about more about the Fianna tribe. We learned about what Pentix thinks of the tribe via the videos of the other content creators. Thank them very much. Peace be upon them. We learned about the tribe of Kahal and how his tragedy starts with the death of his wife and his frenzy after he fused himself with the worm. We learned about that in the World of Darkness series from White Wolf, the humans race is the worst kind possible of races, and the werewolves are the last hope for Gaia. Also, we learned some stuff about the Irish people. Next time on Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood, we will start learning again about the... This time we will be visiting the Black Furies, and we will also hear the side of Pentix about the Black Furies as well, just like we did in this part. I will keep doing this back and forth until all the videos about the tribe introduction are over. And believe me, there aren't many, really. Then we shall visit again the Primogen to teach us about what exactly is the rite of passage, the Black Spiral Dancers, who they are, and how they are created, and the other videos of the lore as well. This game is very short, believe me, too short, to the point where I believe maybe we could even finish it before we get to finish the lore videos as is. That being said, this has been with you, Invisible from Invisible's Gaming Channel, Striking at Your Hearts from the Dark Side of the Moon, and this has been with you, the first ever stream of Let's Play Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood for the PC. Until next time, I pray peace be upon all of my subscribers and commentators, followers, fans and friends, everyone from the beasts of the Other Empire, and everyone from the Discord server, free YouTube friends. By name, peace be upon Thunderstruck Gaming, B809 Gaming, Lax Bear, Markhoss, Nitro Crash 31, Mark IC 2211, Rogue Agent Karudan, Cryfield, ZBTV 123, Matthew 1121, Sagarda Cron 85, Arforel, Musclepan Gaming, and Bob Express. Until next time, please take care of yourselves, stay healthy, stay careful, and stay safe. We are living in very uncertain times, unpredictable times, and life is not guaranteed anymore. So keep your family and friends close to you, and keep your enemies even closer to you. You don't know when you will need help and where it will come from. Make sure to give credit where credit is due, and give gratitude where gratitude is due. And always remember, it's much easier and cheaper to say thank you for someone than it is to place a flower on the grave of the deceased, because they will never appreciate you for it and never receive it. So until next time, I have been invisible with you, and I pray for you best of luck. Invisible, sign out. Stop the stream. One more time, I repeat for you. If you don't like spending time learning about the lore and the storyline behind this tabletop role-playing game, TTRPG game, that was made by White Wolf, and you just want to jump into the action instantly, then you will have to pardon me, because I'll have to show you the lore in order to understand what's going on and the background story of this game. This is a video game adapting a tabletop game, having the idea that you already have a pre-existing knowledge of the tabletop game before playing it. So you will need to have lots of explaining happening. Sorry, I'm not the one who puts the rules, but I'm the one who is capable of applying them. Also, more or less, I highly doubt that I'll be able to reach the levels of editing and production of my videos as those people that uploaded these videos have. Making inside jokes, putting the pictures with the music, video clips. I don't even know if this video will be able to remain alive with the music inside it without getting copyright strikes. Yet again, my channel is a very small one, insignificant one, and I better not stand too much into the spotlight unless I want some trouble. I already gave credit where credit is due to all the content creators. We watched their content. I take no credit in it at all. I just watched it with you as an educational part through this walkthrough. Until next time, take care all and stop the stream. Now for real.